engaged here, 2v2. Calderis Refinery, blue team. We've got some Orks. First up is the King of Pythons as a Kommando knob. Infiltrating commander that shoots you, stabs you, and blows you up. Orky style begins range combat with a twin link shooter. Alongside here, Critical32 is a Mekboy. Teleporting commander that fights range combat, puts out some good damage, can also support, disrupt, build structures, and repair. Red team, Ace of Swords rocking an Apothecary support commander that fights in melee combat by default, begins with a targeted heal and a passive health regeneration aura. Some white scars on show. Always thought these fellas are pretty cool. And rounding off the teams here, BestN00b is a Lictor Alpha. Melee specialists are going to infiltrate and disrupt with some awesome offense and a little bit of support too. Now who does he hook here? Most likely the mech, because he can get him off this cap if he gets here quickly enough. He should be okay getting there. Shooter boy taking some shots. It is a double termagant's opening. Critical32, just a single shooter boy squad so far. There's the hook just as he was about to complete that. So annoying. That ability, of course, used to be a lot stronger, did more damage, and it pulled the target further. I think it's in a pretty good place right now, that ability. Such a strong early game hero, the Lictor Alpha. Has a great presence. He can drop off the pace a little bit late game, especially in big team battles, but this is the 2v2. So we'll see how he does. Hormagaunt's chasing back those shooter boys, but they're going to meet sluggers and they don't want that fight. There's the retreat. Look at this from a Lictor. Alongside those termagants doing a great job. There's a stun bomb easily dodged, so I think, yep. And it was a 2v1 fight, so here comes Ace of Swords to back up his Tyranid ally. Tactical Marines taking the positions behind some heavy cover. There's the Apothecary with a heal on some termagants. Pretty sure that's heresy, Mr. Apothecary. Gonna tie up these shooter boys now. Bang. Takes a model with his chainsword. I believe it's 25 DPS. Lictor Alpha with like 63 DPS melee on his starter claws. He of course does not have a sidearm or anything, any kind of ranged attack apart from his hook, I guess. Going after this mech. Special attack. Oh, it's dodged. And then gets hooked, which doesn't fling the Mekboy. That's because I think he has a few seconds of knockback immunity after he teleports, much like jump units and stuff. I believe he has like 63 odd DPS, or something like that. It's pretty high. Him and the Hive Fleet have very high starting melee damage because they lack those ranged weapons early on. Triple termagants for BestN00b. Lots of shooty Tyranids. They can have a pretty powerful shooty army with Raveners and termagants and ranged synapse in tier 2. Looters out for Critical32, foregoing that second shooter boy squad. Also have some looters for King of Pythons. Maybe we'll see the electric armor for Critical32 since he is up against the Tyranids on this side more directly. And of course we could see the purification vials from this Apothecary up against double Orks. He's getting some assault marines right now though. Hormagaunts with their adrenal glands, you can tell at a glance because of this pretty disgusting looking growth on their back. I guess those are the glands. Giving them some more damage and that leapiness. And increases charge range. With a typo on from. Suppressed tactical marines there. Flesh hook on a Kommando gets him in all sorts of trouble. Gonna go down, I think. No, he's saved by his stun bomb. Barely. One more touch, he would have gone down. But look at the Dakar decimating these Tyranids here. Holy crap. That termagant gets away, I think. Yes, he does. Mekboy tried to finish him off, couldn't quite manage it. Tactical Marines using the heavy cover of that pipe. And there's the jump from the Assault Marines. Going on those looters, of course, to stop them setting up. But they in turn get suppressed by aiming. What's that? There's the second jump. So now they're out of jumps. Out of energy for jumps, rather. 55 energy for a jump. But they'll be okay. There's the heal for an Apothecary, making sure they get out unscathed. But that's a hell of a lot of Dakar on that poor Apothecary. Couldn't stay in play. And here comes BestN00b, but he might be a little bit isolated here. Sluggers with burners against Hormagaunts. It's a close fight, but there's a heal from Battery Pack. Was it from Battery Pack? What was that heal from? Oh, Pain Boy. He's right there. Has his awesome heal over time. Getting stuck in here. So that's why he forego that second shooter boy squad wanting to get looters and a Pain Boy up in relatively quick time. He's doing some work here. Gonna need to be alive with his crippling poison usage. All three of those termagants with the toxin sacks. Lots of pressure early on from the blue team. Ace of Swords replacing a scout squad that he lost here. Getting their sergeant. Gives them a fragmentation grenade. Also allows them to detect hidden units and structures and things. We do have fully upgraded shooter boys for King of Pythons. He replaces the slugger boys that he lost. And there's the Dakar. Tier 2 for Critical 32. Got some nice units out and Tier 2 in good time too. Tying up those shooter boys. There's the jump. Probably going to jump again here on these looters. Pushed a little bit too far up there, I think, King of Pythons. Don't think he needed to. And now he's dropping models and he might drop these sluggers completely here. He gets some more sluggers out. That's to fight those assault marines. He wants to make sure he wins those melee fights, so he gets double sluggers out. Could get the assassin's knife. Down go those looters with the flesh hook. Nicely done. Stun bomb on the scouts. Tactical reinforcing melee on this guy, so he can't shoot his pretty dangerous twin link shooter, his default weapon there, and then retaking that VP. Red team taking mid. The contested VP there. Tier 2 for everyone apart from the King of Pythons. He's bled a lot of requisition, I think. Painboy getting his stronger git source in Tier 2. Makes his heal better. He also gets unstable fuel injection in Tier 2, but I believe he gets that for free these days. Allows you to detonate an allied unit for some nice damage and knockback. I believe he can actually use it on himself too, which is pretty fun. And a very orky thing to do. Lots of damage on that Lictor. Holy crap, you saw that power melee stab from the slugger knob. That's pretty painful. Painboy being used to tie up these tactical marines here. And Ace of Swords wants him dead, but he gets caught out of position by some marauding greenskins and is forced to retreat. It's going to be dicey here. Double sluggers on the assault marines, but they do have the jump available to get out of there. Triple sluggers, in fact, if you count Critical 32s. Orks looking pretty strong, and now Critical has a weird weight on the field already before his teammate even starts Tier 2. Razorback for Ace of Swords, dropping his scouts again. Not sure exactly where he lost them. Don't see their bodies anywhere. I'm sure I was just completely blind and it was right on my screen. Is that them over there? No, that's a marine. 367, 425. Mekboy's level 2. Power bashes for red team to deal with here. There's the jump. So hard to play without blobbing up your shooters like that. Being susceptible to those jumps. Here's the Apothecary with his customized storm bolt. That will help him deal with that enemy Painboy by keeping him nice and disrupted. Sluggers persuaded to leave. I thought they were going to stick in there and try and get a model off those assault marines, but the Tyranids moving in, I think, made up their mind. And the assault marine sergeant popping up just before they retreated there, as you saw. Gives them the nice merciless strike and a power melee weapon. Venom Brood on the field with their range synapse. So these termagants now doing 35% more damage, I believe it is. Yep. And some more health. Could also get these guys up to 10 models each. There it is, Endless Swarm. It's a slow upgrade, isn't it? Only 15 power though. This looks like he's getting it for all of them. So he's going to go and shooty Tyranids without Raveners. 367, 360. Very close on VPs. There's that Razorback support vehicle for Space Marines. Allows you to reinforce and transport allied infantry. Armed with that twin linked heavy bolter. Does some decent damage versus regular infantry. Took a big shot though from the weird way, as you saw. And there's that warp vomit. Uh-oh. Down goes the mech. Got caught by shooty Tyranids. Can they take out the Painboy here? That's a hell of a lot of damage. Can he get out? No, he cannot get out. That's a big win. Because he invested in that Painboy. This is a hell of a lot of damage here from the Tyranids. There's a zap. One of the starting abilities of the Weird Boy. that will jump from target to target, doing I think 50 damage per jump, 50 psychic damage, which is a lot for little Tyranids to deal with. He needs to try and split those forces if he can, because that is jumping and doing big chunks of damage each time. Now it's run out. Oh no, it hasn't run out. It's gone to the Lictor. Is he going to jump again? How long does this thing last, actually? He's jumped again. 2-1 for red. There's another jump, but it does run out. Death Tread on the field for the King of Pythons. Critical 32 goes tier 3 after those losses. He's got some red too. He can drop a rocks as soon as he gets there if he wants. Missile launcher on the field for the Tactical Marines in direct response to that Death Tread. It's an expensive upgrade though at 40 power. Not the most cost efficient way to deal with a vehicle. But that versatility is awesome to have. 317, 360 on VPs. Death Tread does not last long. We had a melter bomb ready to go. Not sure if it actually went in there, didn't notice. Spawn mines on the field for Best Noob. Spawned from that capillary tower most likely. And now he's bashing gens. And shooting into do that pretty well. Do you fellas have Eternal Swarm? No, you don't. Endless Swarm, I should say. All 3 of the Termagants, though, are up to 10 models, potentially. Lictor with his pheromone. He should just use it now to reinforce those guys, I think. 308, 360 on VPs. Tier 3 now for both the Orc players and Best Noob. Orcs looking pretty thin, though. Commando's on the way for Critical 32. Beamy Defcon off the mech, doing big chunks of damage to that Razorback. There's that zap again. And that's bad news for Best Noob's blobbed up ranged army. Here's the Apothecary to provide some health regen. He's got his combat stims. Most likely using that on the... he might have used that on the Marines to help take down that Death Tread so quickly, actually. Improve medical equipment too. It's also great to use on Assault Marines just before they throw out their Mercenary Strike. Triple cap now for Red Team. They've really come out strong. Second half of Tier 2 into Tier 3 here. Best Noob has just hit Tier 3. There's Love the Daka into the rocks. Was waiting for that. Boom. Wow, devastating against Best Noob's army. Really devastating. And takes out the Razorback too. MVP for the rocks. But here's the Toronto formation. Beautifully set up by the Commandos. Love the Daka. Decimated the Tyranids. Absolutely. I think 2 Termagants went down and the Venom Brood. And it took the Razorback. That is an excellent nuke. Because those were Termagants with Ender Swarm and Toxin Sacks on them, remember. And most likely leveled up and stuff. Devastating. How does Best Noob respond here? He is Tier 3. He's got a decent amount of resources. Could get a Tier 3 Lictor up soonish. Although I'm sure he'd like to wait for Monstrous Creatures. But can he afford to wait? They are bashing power here though. Meanwhile, West Side has turned blue. This is the natural of the Red Team. More scouts in play for Ace. With shotguns and Sergeant. Not wanting to tangle in melee combat though with these sluggers. More commandos for Critical 32. Looks like, actually, he lost his commandos. Which I completely missed. Hopefully I got it on camera so you fellas can see it. Gaunts and Assault Marines fighting side by side, taking out those looters pretty quickly there. Warp Vomit helping to save the Shooter Boys. That was a battery pack heal that time. Watch out, Mr. Apothecary, getting some Daka to your face. Tactical Marines though able to finish off that power bash with their missile launcher, and Assault Marines are still in play. Not for much longer though, I don't think. Here's that second Commando squad with their Daka. Can get a Knob Bleeder with a rocket launcher, is pretty damn useful. Some scouts died over here, but they're alright. 170, 360, double cap for Red Team. Battle Wagon on the way for King of Pythons. More power bashing. Who's this? That's the Kommando down. Best Noob down to just 2 units. Gaunts and Termagants. Swarmlord is on the way. Could back that up with the without number global to get some units on the field quickly, although they'll be Tier 1 units. Gonna fully bash him, maybe. Here comes some scouts. Do you throw a grenade or do you shotgun blast? Looks like it's the shotgun blast. Got very close before they did it. And ate some dagger to the face. Down goes that slugger knob. And oh, burner bomb into Lofter. Dagger decimating those termagants, wiping them out. Need to run away though, fellas, I think. Nope, he doesn't want to run away. 159 to 341. There's a capillary tower to help these guys chase. Why are you not retreating your commandos here? That was very strange. Just wanted to keep them in play as long as he could. I don't think it was worth it. Just hoping to get them back to the shooters for aiming what's that, I think, a little bit quicker. 159 to 330. Can decap this VP right now. And try and eat this Mekboy. Orky biomass is as good as any other. Teleports away though. Can't do a lot of damage with this beamy to infantry. It's not going to hit them reliably. Ace of Swords calls out that he's spotted a battle wagon. Here it is. Swarmlord is on the field for Best Noob. Super unit for Tyranids. Gives you a nice speed synapse and a reinforced synapse for all of your little Tyranid buddies. As well as being pretty badass in melee combat himself. The pillar towers of the Tyranid formation being taken out. Giving him some red. It's a Venom Brood on the way for Best Noob to help shoot down that battle wagon. Ace of Swords still has his Melter Bomb and his missile launcher. Able to buff damage, of course, with combat stims too. Can he use combat stims on the Swarmlord? Only infantry, so no. There is combat stims right there on the missile launcher tactical marines. Barely scratching the battle wagon's hit points though. Uh-oh. Mega rumble off from the mech with a big zap gun shot. Is he looking to set up another nuke here? Doesn't quite have the red for it. 94 to 330. Red team do have a lot of VPs, but can they deal with this battle wagon? Swarmlord could have turned to smack the Mekboy, would have taken him out, but oh, it gets taken out anyway by Hormagaunts jumping all over the gaff with that nice speed buff. Stacking with the capillary tower speed buff, I guess, as well. 92 to 330. Is this the Lictor Alpha? It is. With pheromone still, and that's all he's got. No hook. Maybe he's used it already. Bashing power is the Swarmlord. But King of Python is doing a good job keeping pressure up on this west side. Not falling into the trap of sticking to the middle too much with this big lead. Making Ace of Swords work to defend this VP here. Predator tank on the field now for Ace of Swords. There it is. Long range fire support. Could get a las cannon to help fight this battle wagon a bit more directly. But the auto cannon it starts with will do some damage too. Kommando is going to revive and level up to level 2. Is that it? That's pretty surprising, considering the amount of stuff that's died. Swarmlord tanking all sorts of damage, but that's tank busters, and that is a rocket commando knob. Will he get away? He's relatively speedy, this fella, but he's now being chased by a battle wagon. Just saw the Mekboy get a beamy shot in there too. He can teleport after it. Battle wagon looks set to chase. Triple cap though for red team. Blue team don't want to lose sight of their VPs if they want this game. I think the battle wagon might be able to chase this guy. He's just going to send the Hormagaunts on it, try and mess up its pathing. I think no. Backs off from the battle wagon. Here's a Predator tank. Swarmlord turns around. You need to keep running, mate. Looks like he's going to be alright in the end. Battle wagon didn't want to chase with that Predator tank there. I think he still could have. There's a Rocks on the VP. Just trying to stop the red team get another triple, but they've still got a single hit. Blue team really losing sight of their VPs, getting their natural back. Need to get to the middle fast. Although I see something decapping red team's natural now. It is some shooter boys. Knob Squad hits the field for King of Pythons, also hits the field for a Critical 32. Now how do you deal with this Reds. Swarmlord's going to take a fair amount of time to heal up. Carnifex is on the way. Predator kind of being path blocked here. There's Pheromone, debuffing the damage of the knobs and allowing those Hormogaunts to reinforce. Does it actually buff the Hormogaunts as well, or is that a yellow buff from somewhere else? Maybe that's the. Maybe that was combat stims or something. Don't think so though. 15 to 281. Doesn't say that the pheromone buffs. Oh, that might have been the yellow circle buff from the capillary tower. Carnifex on the field. No upgrades yet for this fella. Blue team sitting mid though, and now they have a triple cap with 15 VPs remaining. Can they hold on? They've got a hell of a lot of VPs to tick down from the Reds. Tactical Marines losing in melee combat to double shooter boys here. Are they going to die? They're going to die. They will never live that down. Well, they're dead. But that was a pretty embarrassing loss to shooter boys in melee. I don't care what level the shooter boys are. Well, they're both level 4. I guess that's why they won. But come on, Tactical Marine should be able to punch them to death with power armor. Power armored punches are pretty painful, I hear. Lictor Alpha's level 4. Might see Menacing Visage. Or whatever it's called. No, it's not called that. That's the Chaos Lord thing. The Terrify thing. So he can make the knobs retreat. Reviving the Apothecary. Is he going to level up? He does level up. Double cap now for blue. Red will get a natural back. This might be something juicy. Terminators, I think, for Ace of Swords. Yep. Does he get Cyclone to help fight the battle wagon? Or just some big chunky anti-infantry damage? Could get the Flamer, of course. Red team are attacking mid. It's a Thornback Carnifex, not the Barb Strangler. Wants to go toe-to-toe those knobs. Can use a charge as well to disrupt big swathes of stuff. They are attacking. This could be the engagement that decides the game right here. Gotta choose your target. Swarmlord taking a lot of damage already. Needs to use his Leech Essence. There it is. And there's Angels of Death from Ace trying to get this cap. Mega Rumbler's gonna go off. There's the big Zap Gun shot too. Something on that VP's dying. The shooter boys, I think, got away. Battle Wagon's gonna charge in. Down goes the Swarmlord. Those tank busters and the knobs doing a good job there. Beamy Death Gun as well helping, of course. Lictor Alpha is attacking the battle wagon for some reason. What are you up to? That's a bit weird. 10 VPs remaining for blue team. Have the red team done enough here? They've got the 2-1. Mekboy is decapping out and stops the VP counter. Why are you attacking this battle wagon? Knob squad might go down. Carnifex doing big chunks of damage per swing here. Oh, but now they're reinforcing this. Call the boys. That's why he kept them in play so long. He knew he could have that ready to use. Rocks on the VP. Still a 1-to-1 cap. Carnifex, I think, is going down here. Down it goes. That might be GG for red team. We will see. They still have a Predator tank and Terminators in play. And I think Without Number was used by BestN00b. Did not get his Terrify though. If he could have just walked into that engagement and made one of the Knob squads retreat, that would have made a big difference. Knob squad using their frenzy to try and smack down this level 7 Apothecary. Knobs are just tanking everything here. And the battle wagon has been a big pain in the ass. Apothecary trying to cap, but he's going to meet the anger of these knobs. And here comes Sluggers too. He's not going to live very long. Assault Marines, desperation, jumping in just to disrupt things. And there is Angels of Death to stop them being knocked over. And also gives them a nice damage resistance buff of 50%. But having to jump out there. Valiant effort for red team, but I think blue team have this now. Sluggers are not capping though. I think the Batwagon just messed up their pathing a little bit. And look at this. Oh, Scouts trying to decap, but they got stunned by the Weird Boy and shot to pieces by Shooter Boys. Are you capping now, fellas? There we go. Still got 138 VPs. Tier 3 Lictor now for BestN00b. I'm not sure why the Lictor Alpha was attacking the Battlewagon for all that time. Very strange. Level 6. We do have the Heavy Flamer on the Terminators here. They're going for the cap. Ouch. Big shots though from the Weird Boy, and there is Mega Rumbler, but the Mekboy's taken out. Being stunned won't stop them capping though, as long as they're still in range. Wow. Down goes one of the models, but they're still capping. Can the Terminators win this for the red team here? Uh-oh, Nob Squad moving in with huge ammers. Those guys need to teleport out. There we go. Could not get the cap there, Ace of Swords. Frenzy's up, and they are chasing down that Apothecary. Shotgun blast might save him. Nope. Gets caught and headbutted to death. These Terminators in a really dicey position too. They've already used their teleport, as we saw. It's got like a 60-second cooldown, I think. Red team have a single cap. What is going on? Now it's a no cap game with 1 VP remaining. Somehow they decapped blue team's natural, but the blue team red cap decapped red team's natural. Middle is still blue though. Batwagon is chasing down this Predator tank, but Terminator's on rear armor with their Power Fist now. And Predator's still shooting. Can it live? It lives. Predator with 44 hit points still in play. More knobs from King of Pythons. Everyone has lost everything. 1-to-1 cap now. Blue team with 1 VP remaining. Surely the red team are gonna take this, I think. They just need 1 second of cap, of positive cap. Can they do it though? Can they do it? I mean, blue team are depleted, but they still have 2 Nob Squads on the field and a Weird Boy. And another Nob Squad is hitting the field right now. Another Predator tank for Ace. Nice grenade from the Scouts. Actually stopped the cap there. And Nob's having to retreat out. Scout's going to move in and try and get that cap going. And Lictor's capping mid. There's a double for blue, but how long is it going to last? They're definitely going to get their natural back. But can this Lictor, this tier 3 Lictor here with heavy melee damage, can he get the mid here? Because here comes a Nob Squad. He's not going to try it. There's the 1-to-1. Blue team though capping mid now. Looted tank for Critical 32. Is he going to reinforce the Terminators? He's going to try. There's that second Pred. I'm sure he'd love to drop in some tactical marines right here for capping power. But he's low on resources. Blue team need to be they need to spread their forces out between these 2 VPs, and that's what they're doing. Can't afford to get their natural decapped again. Another looted tank for Critical 32. Where are we on nukes here? The Orks are the closest, but be a little while before we see another one. Especially with all the frenzy usage, we actually might not see another one. Sneaky Commandos just having a look around. Scouts could spot them, but they're a bit too far away. Repairing that epic tank up to level 4, this guy. 1131 hit points, that's not bad with the extra armor. Distraction. Lictor Alpha might go for the decap under infiltration. Orks don't have any detectors here, and here comes Ace of Swords to help out. Leaving this tank on his natural to help defend. Scouts helping too. Here they go. Oh, Mekboy, nicely done. Using the custom force field to disrupt stuff. Even disrupting those Terminators. Frenzy from the Nobs. Down goes the tank though. Desperation for red team. Terminators, they get the decap, and there is the single. Wow. back and forth because the Lictor Alpha got the decap over here. That's what got him the game. Under infiltration, got that decap. Would have been really hard for blue to hold on with like 138 VPs to go a few minutes ago. Well done. Well done to all. Level 9 Apothecary saw a level 8 Lictor Alpha. Level 4 Kommando had Kaboom and his rockets. And a level 8 mech in there somewhere. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.